To this day, people still ask me about what Orca Camp was like. They ask me if I would recommend it, if I would ever go back, and the answer is always the same. It was one of the most beautiful weeks of my life, but there's a part of the story I don't usually tell. When I left Orca Camp, or left for Orca Camp, I wasn't okay. Blade, my dog, had only been gone for about a month, and the house felt wrong. It felt too quiet. Every room reminded me of him. Every routine reminded me of him. And I couldn't escape the fact that he wasn't there anymore. So I left. Not because I thought a trip could fix my grief. I just couldn't stay in the house. Not yet. And somehow, while I was there, something changed. Not permanently, but enough. I was able to laugh. I was able to sleep. I paddled through the water that I dreamed about since I was a little kid. And I heard wild orcas breathe, and I felt very present. And for the first time in weeks, I wasn't just surviving, I was actually living. And by the time Orca Camp ended, I honestly thought maybe I was doing okay. Not perfect, but okay. But then I came home. I unlocked the front door, walked inside, and almost immediately felt like I had lost Blade all over again. Nothing changed. His absence was still there. The silence was still there. The routines were still missing him. It was like my grief had been permanently waiting for me to come back. I think that's something that I learned. You can leave your house, but you can't leave your grief. For a while, I felt like I had taken 10 steps back. Everything I thought I had worked through and came rushing right back. There was one day that I will never forget. I wasn't okay. I don't even remember exactly what led up to it. I just remember telling my mom, I can't do this. I can't live like this. And my mom hugged me, and something happened that had never happened before. I screamed, not because someone hurt me and not because I was angry. It was something from deep within inside of me. A sound came out that I just didn't know existed. One of my close friends was living with me at the time, and she came running out of her room because she thought someone was hurting me. And years later, she still remembered that scream. She said she'd never heard anything like it. And honestly, neither had I. I think that's the moment I finally understood something. Grief isn't always quiet. Sometimes it has a voice, and sometimes it's louder than you ever thought it would ever be. And looking back, I don't think I screamed because Blade had died. I think I screamed because for weeks I'd been trying to survive it, trying to be composed, trying to make sense of something that didn't make sense, trying to carry it. And eventually, my body said, I can't carry this by myself anymore. For a long time, I thought that was because I had experienced peace. Must have been healed. And I know now those aren't the same thing. Peace is a moment, healing is a process. And sometimes they overlap, and sometimes they don't. I don't regret going to Orca Camp, not for a second, but it gave me something I definitely needed. It gave me hope. Allowed me to see wonder in the world. It allowed me to see that beauty still existed, but it didn't erase my loss. Nothing could. And I think that's something we don't talk enough about. Something people have this idea that a healing moment, like a big trip, a conversation, some sort of breakthrough would happen, and that wasn't my experience. Mine looked more like taking one step forward, then two steps back, then another step forward, and eventually, without even realizing it, I wasn't carrying that grief in the same way anymore. I still miss Blade. I probably, no, I know I always will. And I don't carry his absence the way that I used to. Now, when I think about him, I usually smile first, and then, or back then, I couldn't imagine that ever happening. And maybe that's what healing actually is, not forgetting, not moving on, just slowly making room for love without the pain taking up quite so much space. Thanks for listening.